welcome in. Really exciting day planned today. That's the melody of Do Undo's. Yeah, we're going to have a celebration there tomorrow night. Yeah, it should be exhilarating. Okay, I'm so sorry that we couldn't hear the entirety, but we really must get started. So, I think that you heard the really exciting news sent to you by email. Along with that, I hope that you saw the clips from World's Strictest Parents of the Ballard family of scenes where Denise is in them. Particularly having the attention focused on her, because that's our next mentioned guest. Now, we're not going to invite in the father because I have no interest, but there's something very, very interesting about the mother that we're going to try to improve and gild the lily upon, but also really appreciate and come to understand and have an interest and liking for. So, the Ballard family. Denise Ballard is our next mentioned guest. Now, for this, there will be several resemblance prayers. We're going to start off with the really significant ones, the big ones, and then we're going to get into the very, very small ones. Now, we're going to make the list over on the back of the board later. Now, as I did say, the plans for these new set of customs that we're going to be bringing in is we're going to go to Panera Bread when it's cloudy. We're going to take our time machine and we're going to travel to Marian Esposito's house when she was in her early 9th season making show Italia. And she's going to come to Denise's house and show her how to make authentic Italian recipes, such as ziti casserole. Along with that, we're going to be going to the Ballard household. They live in Ohio. We're going to go there on a cloudy day, and I really didn't know that today would be cloudy and overcast, but today is the perfect weather for welcoming this guest in. So we're going to go there, and all of the resemblances will then meet there at the house, and we're going to spend half of a week there learning house antiquities, about fine taste and knitting, crocheting, and setting up ornaments, and really making your house look very, just very sophisticated and elegant looking. So there's a bit of a balance with that going along with it. So, what we're going to start off doing is the new song that we're adding to our theme song, Who is Denise, will be A Perfect Cloudy Day. And so what we're going to do is we're going to have Susan Boyle, which is one of the smaller resemblances, come in and have the honor of taking the lead role in that song. And one of the lyrics is laps around the stream. So we're going to go and explore the house. We're going to tour it. And in the backyard, they have a wooded area with a stream and a pond that we're going to be artistically trying to paint, coming up with songs from that vantage point. So there'll be some little medleys in A Perfect Cloudy Day. I really don't know how that's going to be, or just all the songs. I haven't thought of it yet, but I will. These are the two ideas for the signs of Denise, which is a Leo and a Taurus. But we're going to, the thing that we're going to work on is we're going to try to gild the lily and add some pizzazz to Denise. By putting in some very fiery sign woman, including Leo woman, and this will include a family member of mine. One of my aunts will be one of the very small resemblances and one of the individuals who will definitely support Denise. So we're going to talk about that later. Who will be joining us on the trip to Ohio, and really just honoring the home, getting into some Taurus, Scorpio, Leo, a fine combination, and going along with the time of year as well, for mostly Scorpio time of year and spring. But so this is what I wanted to remind you about. Now, there's another version of that same song that I was playing for you, that theme song. And I really forget the acapella, the pop music that the Hal Leonard Choir did just a couple days ago. We're going to be changing the lyrics of that. Look at the lonely people. And we're going to change the lyrics to match the Bullard family and really focus in on the wife. So instead of look at the lonely people, we're going to talk about the old school people. And that will get into some of really how the Bullards live their life, which is kind of living in the new age, but not having technology, not having phones and internet. And I will also be forcing myself to give that up as well when we go into their house. So, that's a couple of things that I wanted to remind you. Oh, you're here. Excellent. So this is our mentioned guest, Denise. And so we're going to have a little dinner. And this dinner will be actually inspired by the very first dinner on World's Strictest Parents, where the adolescents came and what they had for dinner. We're going to add some richness and components to really make it more filling and richer and bigger. It'll be half the size of Thanksgiving. There'll be a lot of foods and things to choose from. Really, it's all home cooking. And with this COVID-19 stuff going around, I think that this would be a very, very good opportunity to get into the real art and opening your mind to simple home cooking, which is something that Denise is also going to instruct us on as well. So there will be classes being set up in her own house at different stations, which we'll get into that stuff later as well. So now I'm going to talk about the resemblances. So I'm going to flip the board over here, just so that we can make a list of things. So, I really should put Bullard family resemblances. And all these resemblances will be coming to the Bullard house, including Patricia Rutledge. Now, this also includes Violet from Keeping of Appearances. So that's one of our smaller resemblances. The biggest resemblance of them all really is, and I'm going to write them out here on the board. But the big resemblance is, and this is the name of the month that I was born in. So we're going to begin. So April. Some people have names that are of months. I saw someone online, her name was January Jones. She was born in January, makes a lot of sense. June could also be a name. May could also be a name. July, pretty similar. But April is the name, and I actually knew someone a long time ago before I get into who this person is, who was kind of mentally disabled, and I had things out on the driveway, and she would always come and take them and steal them without thinking practically through it. But she's gone away to Florida now. So then April. Now, if you don't know who this person is, I did kind of put on my Bullard page for you that April is a bus driver, a former bus driver that I used to have. And we're going to get into some of the facial and talking, very similar personality characteristics, and also comparing it to the South Hall and the Sea Bergsma with the casualness of Seaborgsma and also the South Hall. To that as well. So that's one of the small resemblances. I'm kind of getting ahead of myself. But so April is a bus driver. And I believe that she now works at on a farm with horses. But she's very similar looks, a little bit, not by much, and talks and acts very similar, and has just a lot of the same personality traits and characteristics, and very quirky, decorated during holidays, dressed up, all of those fun things, always listen to music, all of those things. Not the type of person which is going to add into the civilization and the sophistication kind of balancing out with the big side of this person. If you get to know Denise, then you'll get to see this. But so the interesting thing about it is this bus driver would be somebody who would be, I don't know what it's called, moving tires around, very agricultural, with sticks and logs and all of those things, with very heavy-duty material, and a lot of that's appropriate for Virgo season. But she would not be the type of music who would limit technology and internet and phones, which is something that there might be a little bit of an exception for when we go to the Ballard household. So that's really how they are very strict parents, is the Ballard parents. Very old and connected way of living. Not by much. But so anyway, we have this. This is the biggest resemblance. Then we have a couple smaller ones, which include the South Hall resemblance with the talking again and the quirkiness. And then we also have in the casualty, and we're going to make this more interesting, the way of living as well, with Seaburg, who will also come in and influence this person. We have a couple smaller ones. This does include Capricornian, Jackson, an unknown person. There's a bit of a male side to Denise. Unknown. So, then, we have Violet from Keeping Up Appearances. And we're also going to have Patricia Rutledge come in and do her thing with, being born and raised in English as an Aquarian, adding all of these things. So, she'll be coming in. And then the other person who will be coming in will be Mary Ann Esposito, who you all know very, very well. And I sent you that recipe on the ziti casserole. She'll be coming in and she will be using the kitchen. She'll actually be making a series, not a series, but she'll be there'll be a filming crew come in. And she'll be making an episode of her cooking ziti casserole with Denise, and so then she can show Marianne one of her recipes as well. Now, the other individual, the very last individual, is anonymous. I do not want to write or name names, but it is an aunt of mine who will be also on this quest going to Ohio, which I believe is still in the Midwest. So it won't be very far from here where we will be traveling. So this is what I'm going to be leaving up here. The first resemblance prayer will be on the 24th. So this is what I'm going to just have for everyone to look at. Now, I'm going to I'm going to, let's see, what was I going to do? Well, so all of you, I want you to tune in and watch some of those clips from that one episode. So here's what I'm going to do is I'm going to see if I can play for you that song that we're going to be changing. There's just something about that really was very very nice, and I think that would pair rather well. But I'm trying to find, let's see. So I'm gonna get this song if I can get it. I don't know if I can on the internet. Yes, I am using the internet to find this. If I can get on. I don't know if I can. Okay. So this is the song that we're going to be singing to, but the lyrics will be different. There's no internet. So, can't really find anything. Okay, well, anyway. So I forget the name of the song, but that will be something as well. Now, what we're going to be doing is we're going to take a little scavenger hunt, and we're going to look at our vantage points now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go get shoes on. We're going to get a coat on and take a little walk outside into the backyard, because this is what you'll be doing when we go over to the house. And yeah, I think that's all I really had to say. And this song, the songs that are going to be coming up are really, and you know what it reminds me of? I think that one of the songs that we're going to be doing is the song, it's called, Send Me an Angel, of which I'm also going to send you all as well, okay? Which I haven't added yet, but I will add to my page. So it's a song for Scorpio, and we did do that video, which is this is going to be kind of relating to some of the similar customs with Hamilton of what we did with the Shrilly Scorpio video. So this is going to kind of circle around with the similar customs. So that's what I all want you to do right now. I'm going to just kind of cut this off, and we're going to take a look and go outside. Now, a couple of reminders. I don't really know how cold it is going to be outside. Now, before I continue, I just want to say that I just gave you the overview of all the resemblances. Tomorrow night we're going to have a do-on-do's dinner. And then this evening we'll be making a dinner honoring what the adolescents had at their first night. So I'm going to leave this, and as we go through the resemblances, I will talk about them more. Now, I also want to ask whoever participated. Did any of you go on the bike around town riding the other day? Because there's a lot of energy. It was the first day of early season, so excellent. Now, how many of you have seen the Queen's videos? And I think that the one closest to the right is the better one. And so one of your questions on that was, who does this person remind you of? What areas, characteristics and traits of this person are desirable and irresistible enough to compare to Hyacinth Bouquet? Because there's a lot of similarities. If you go in and watch those things, you'll find those things. So that's one thing. There'll be cooking, there will be decorating, there will be setting up, organizing, all of those things. Very calmly, though. So they also are fortunate enough to have a piano in their house, which we're going to be doing some really calm and also minor key music with Send Me an Angel and other songs. And there'll also be a choir which will be performing in the house, probably outside, or if there's a big enough space for the song that I forget the name of in all of our songs, including the medley of Perfect Cloudy Day for this new chapter, new unit. So, I'm going to move this out of the way because this is a little bit in the way of the door, and we're all going to get outside and get some fresh air. So, I'm going to actually step outside and see what the temperature is. Really doesn't feel that cold out right now. So, that's what we're going to be doing. So, you can all, and I hope that, okay, so, I realize that none of you have any coats, because I think that you'll need a nice medium-sized coat and a jacket. So, those of you who don't have them, who didn't receive what I sent to you about this, then I want you to go grab those things, and I want you to just come out and join us, okay? Just to kind of speed things along a little bit. So I'm going to move this stand out of the way so that everybody can get by here to get outside. I will be the person who is going to be behind everybody else. It's all about the custom. We're trying to stay close to the custom. Okay. So, you can all go down over to the little patio and stand there. And I'm going to just come right back, and I'm going to just see how everything is going with getting the coats. So, are we all good? Excellent. So you can go on ahead, and I will join you out in just a second. Outside, excellent. Okay. Starting to snow, but I think that will be okay. Yeah, they did say that we would get snow today, so excellent. I wonder if I should bother putting this on. Maybe I will. Okay. Now, it's beginning to snow a little bit, so we're not going to take a lot of time outside. But this is the reason why I was taking everybody outside. Is, first of all, because this is the type of weather that the adolescents came to on the very, very first day that they were outside in front of the house.